How 50 Cent went broke. These are the 10 Hollywood stars who made dumb decisions to lose their millions.
I know heartbreaks, setbacks. Bitch, if I crap out, I'm sure I'ma get back. You get in my way while I'm trying to get mine. Come give me a hug, get in there getting rough. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub.
Much like 50 Cent. Yeah, the guy who took 9 shots to the chin like they were some Cheerios. We've heard of him in his wild posts on Instagram, and how he's been bankrupt before, and all he was left with was 50 cents, living up to his name. 50 has had money problems before, but this one was a bit more off the chain when he was forced to file for bankruptcy in 2015. When a woman wanted to sue Jackson for releasing a sex tape in 2015 and received a $7 million settlement, Jackson's bankruptcy case was launched. Soon after, in an effort to pay off that debt as well as his unsuccessful business enterprises, he filed for bankruptcy. At the time, he had about $20 million in assets, but he was also in an insane amount of debt, owing about $36 million. Yet, Jackson almost got into trouble late last year when he posted a photo on Instagram holding up piles of cash. Tonibraxton, who submitted 2 bankruptcy petitions. Many were perplexed when she originally filed in 1998, despite selling millions of copies of her album and having a sold-out tour. Because she was only getting paid 33 cents for each CD sold and was barely generating any money, she was having problems with her record label and was obliged to sue them to end the recording contract. After a messy legal battle, she eventually settled. Her career took off again, and she announced a Las Vegas residency in 2006. And it did so well, it was extended through 2010. Unfortunately, in 2007, she was hospitalized after collapsing on stage, and she was forced to cancel her show because of her health. As a result, in 2010, she filed for bankruptcy again as she couldn't work and fell into debt. Luckily, she settled her bankruptcy case in 2013 and turned her career back around again. But only if Courtney could turn her nose around. When Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain unexpectedly killed himself tragically, Courtney Love discovered she had inherited an absurd amount of cash. Courtney received what she refers to as Nirvana money, $27 million. Unbelievably, Courtney burned through the Nirvana money, using it to bankroll her hardcore rock and roll lifestyle and buying drugs. As a result, she lost it all. She has experienced financial hardship over the years as a result of her absurdly numerous legal issues and unresolved litigation. She asserts that her current income is barely enough for her to live comfortably. Not that it doesn't sound comfortable. Maybe Dennis Rodman isn't too comfortable either. Former basketball player Dennis Rodman is well known for both his on-court prowess and his outrageous behavior off the court. He lost out on $1 million when he was suspended for 11 games, in addition to receiving thousands of dollars in fines throughout the years for putting the paw on officials. He's also encountered his fair share of legal issues, particularly as a result of his several marriages and assertions that he was unable to provide spousal and child support. Also, he was repeatedly arrested, which increased the cost to him. He's lost millions of dollars over the years, despite all of his ups and downs. Up, down, left, right. Maybe Stephen Baldwin needs some of those cheat codes. You'd think that having money wouldn't be a problem when your daughter is Hailey Baldwin and your son-in-law is Justin Bieber. Stephen Baldwin, unfortunately, ran into a lot of financial difficulties. Due to his massive credit card debt leading in 700 racks, he was compelled to file for bankruptcy in 2009. He apparently owed $2.3 million in mortgages. However, he didn't have enough assets to pay off the debt. As a result, he filed for the protection and took until 2019 for him to fully pay off all the debts that he owed. I guess Baldwin ain't winning so much. Aaron Carter has experienced difficulties with his family, his finances, and his health over the years. Aaron Carter benefited from his brother Nick Carter's Backstreet Boys career. By the time he was just a teenager, he already had a lucrative job. Aaron, though, declared bankruptcy in 2013. He stated that he only had slightly more than $8,000 in assets and that he owed more than $3.5 million. Before he reached 18, Aaron Carter said that his parents mismanaged his money, which is why he was so in debt. Fortunately for Aaron, he was able to pay off most of his obligations by 2014, so his current value is only a few $100,000. Damn! His own parents set him up for failure, then went bald cat in the face. Over the years, Marvin Gaye's career was incredibly profitable and beautiful and made him millions of dollars. Marvin Gaye was an incredible singer with some of the best music of his time. Tragically, the singer passed away too soon after being shot by his father. At the time of his passing, he owed $9.2 million in debt, with delinquent taxes accounting for roughly half of that amount. His estate was able to use the music rights in his possession to settle the debt he left behind. Thankfully, the estate was able to generate enough revenue to cover his debts as well as enough for the beneficiaries to inherit. Rest in peace, Marvin Gaye, because we are still getting it on to your fire, beautiful music. Speaking of fire, Ghostrider NicholasCage is known for his crazy spending. Who can blame him? Having all of that money really goes to your head, maybe even light it on fire, as NicholasCage was spending money left and right on some ridiculous and expensive things, including several properties. Cage blew his $150 million fortune, owed the IRS $6.3 million in property taxes, and faced foreclosure on a few of his properties. Cage took every acting role he could in order to get out of debt. A lot of these actors ain't paying their taxes, LOL. MC Hammer was well known for his music and the popular song Can't Touch This.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this.
He was able to quickly accumulate millions as a result. Unfortunately for MC Hammer, his poor financial management led to his bankruptcy. He had a team of more than 200 people to do everything for him because he never did anything for himself and paid all 200 people every month. Even selling his MC Hammer house for $5.4 million when he bought it all customized for $14 million. Wow, that's out of pocket. When she decided not to take the main role in Boxing Helena, Kim Basinger found herself in serious financial problems. She had to pay $8.1 million as a result of her contract violation. Kim was forced to file for bankruptcy as a result, starting a 4-year court dispute. Just goes to show you can lose this money faster than it can come if you're just spending ferociously. Kim was even given a slight advantage by the bankruptcy judge, who suggested that she pay $3.8 million rather than $8.1 million. This isn't the first time Kim has had financial issues. She purchased Brazelton, Georgia, a small town in the 1980s, for $20 million with the intention of turning it into a popular tourist destination. Unfortunately, it went right down the drain, and she was forced to sell the town in an effort to recoup part of her investment. Talk about a kick in the ass.